what's up YouTube? This is J5 coming to you with another skate first impression. Sorry about the sunglasses, these are prescription and I just got done skating and I'm just too lazy to go look for my other glasses. Anyway, just got a new job, decided to celebrate by buying a brand new pair of skates. But this time, instead of aggressive skates, I decided to buy something that is work related. I can, claim that it's a work expense. No, I can't really do that. But I basically wanted to get something that I could skate to the tee, skate to work, maybe get off, skate around Boston with. There are a bunch of skate clubs in Boston that skate every week when it's nice out along the Esplanade and other places. And they do a lot of things. I think a bunch of people are going to Skater Migration this weekend down in Florida, or maybe next weekend, I don't know. And that sounded like a fun thing that I may want to do in the future. And maybe I'll meet some aggressive skaters through that, because I've really had a hard time finding people my age that actually skate. So anyway, I decided to get new ones instead of going on Blade Trade just because of sizing issues. Now, with me and sizing, I have really small feet. They're really weirdly shaped compared to the average person's foot. So going on Blade Trade, buying a bunch of stuff, and if it doesn't fit, oh, who cares? It wasn't that expensive, is fine. But especially for aggressive skates, I'm not really I just want really comfortable ones. I wear size 7 in aggressive, and I'm really around a 6.5 if I want to do true fit. But I'm not really looking, I'm really looking for that right now on my aggressive skates, especially if you go down to the 6 boots. They're a little too small, I feel, the shells. And the 7s are like a perfect size for me for grinding and things like that. But with free ride skates and freestyle skates, urban skates, you want them to fit you pretty well so your power transfer is really good as you're skating, so you're not wasting energy, you feel more balanced, more supported. So I decided to go down to my local skate shop, which is, local is a half-hour away. I shouldn't be complaining. A lot of people don't have skate shops near them, but I'm lucky enough to have Thorough Skate Shop, and I went down there looking for the Power Slide Next, or the HC Evos, or the Taos. That's the type of skating I want to do. I wanted to get a higher end skate because I know I can skate, I know how good I am, and I know I would just be buying a new skate in another year if I didn't go with a higher end skate that I could upgrade as I go. The problem was none of them fit me. Power Slide tends to have narrower molds in the arches. This proved to be true. It was really hard to get into the Next. The arch was really high and giving me pain. Now, the guy at the shop said I could get, we could go with different inserts to help with that. And I was just like, if I'm paying that much money for this, I'm not going to want to fiddle with it. I want it to feel as comfortable as possible out of the box. And then as I go, I don't mind doing a few things here and there on the skate to make it feel better. But that should be like, it feels really good now, and I'm just making it a little bit better each time, as opposed to they feel really horrible and I need to mod them completely to make them actually comfortable. So he actually brought up another pair, and I really wasn't interested as much in other skates. I really wanted the Trinity system because I was afraid of bigger wheels. I felt like the Trinity would make me feel like I'm on smaller wheels but still give me the advantage of big wheels. But he let me try on the Seba highlights. And these things just felt amazing putting on. Now they're a hybrid soft boot, hard boot shell, integrated liner. And so when slipping them on, they were just comfortable right out of the box. Now, they're not without problems. They say that they are free of pressure points. What that really means is that they're the best you're going to get out of the box, that you're not going to have as many pressure points, but everybody's feet are different, and so you will have a couple, unless you have the foot that's specifically made, this was made for, in which case maybe they will fit amazingly out. I think they did fit amazing, but when skating them, I do still get pressure points on my toe, and and my arches aren't always pain free, but as pain free as any other skate that I've put on and skated long distance with out of the box. So that's pretty good, and apparently if you wear them after a few sessions, they should just all even out, and most people say they just fit amazing. So that's really good. Now, they're not the latest skate on the market. They don't have the latest technology. I did swap out the FR 4x80s for the 230 110 by 3. 230 110. So it's 230 millimeters in length, 110 millimeter wheels, and 3 wheels. And I wanted to go 3 wheels because they're better at cruising because you have the bigger wheels, and they're supposed to be smoother on city streets. And I can say skating these as opposed to my rollerblade rec skates that I have, which are 4x80, these are much smoother on the cracks. They roll much better. Now, granted, those are rec blades, and they just are not very comfortable for me, and so they don't give me as much support as I need. So that's not an apples to apples comparison of 3 wheels versus 4 wheels. The other thing people say about 3 wheels is that it takes a while to get used to. I don't think so. These 110s just felt amazing, even if they're not as nestled into the boot as humanly possible. So I'm a lot higher on these than I would be on other 110s, on Trinity Mount 110s. They feel super stable. The only thing I can say about these frames that I would have liked is like to have a rockering option on these. They do not seem to have one. Maybe I'm wrong. The only way I can see of doing them is putting in different size wheels, or as they wear down, just shift the wheels to the proper places so that they are rockered. That's not a big deal. I'm not getting into slalom yet. I may at some point. I'd like to try it. But the other thing is with the smaller boot, you can see the wheels are pretty far out here with the 110s. I did try on 125s on the Nexts, and those were way too big for me. They felt like my ankles were not supported, were going to go to the ground because I was so high compared to where my center of gravity was. Now that's before I had buckled them up and stuff like that, but even on these without them buckled, I still feel secure on them. And so I think 110s for me for right now. I do eventually, probably as I get faster and faster and want to go more long distance, maybe want to do the 125s. The guy at the skate shop mentioned they do the Boston Marathon every year. We'll see if I want to do that. So it'd be kind of cool to do. Anyway, so the major difference between these skates and sort of the FR skates, the other FR skates, is that the other FR skates are fully plastic shells. I like this for the comfort. I do get a pressure point in my left toe, a little toe, and that's because the box is smaller than I'm used to. Actually, it's better than REMS. Most people experience REMS as the toes or the box is really, really small. This is small, but it's small in a sense that it just hugs your foot. And so I think that just needs to pack out a little. It's not a horrible pain. It's just, I just notice it. It's not on my right foot. So again, I think that's just, different feet. And I think it's super durable. There's some things here that I would have changed on this system. The 45-degree strap, sometimes when I'm trying to ratchet it tighter, the bottom of the strap gets stuck on the top and you can't ratchet it anymore. So you have to be conscious of pushing that down. It's a little annoying. Getting in and out of these are definitely not as easy as my aggressive skates or my rec skates. And that's mainly because you have to lace them up really tight and then you have to really loosen them just to get all the support that you need. On my aggressive skates, I tend to have looser, I don't really tie them up that as much. And that's just the way I skate them, and I can just slip them on and off, which makes them awesome for when I'm commuting. So this will be a little take a little longer to get on and off and packed away than my other skates, which is sort of anti to commuting, but you get everything else with it. You get the more stability, the speed, and things like that. So what I lose in taking these skates up and packing them up, I gain in getting to the T station faster or getting to work faster. What else? The buckle itself is not protected. That's more important on aggressive blades where I'm going to do grinds and missing, but I can see myself doing some urban tricks and things like that in these, and so that is a little bit of a concern. But they are Super Bomber metal latches, so really good. It doesn't tighten as easily. Like, I'll put it in and then tighten it down, but it won't latch in because of the stiff carbon cuff. I need to push it in a little more and squeeze it to get it tight. So I don't really feel the cuff that much. It does actually, I don't know, it doesn't read as loose. It feels very supportive, but it doesn't feel like everybody has said with free rides you're gonna get stiffer cuffs with these. I feel like on aggressive skates, even though the cuffs themselves are a little springier, a little easier to move around, because of that, you can tighten the buckle a lot more on those and get them really cinched down. I think that's just, again, a break-in thing. These will get cinched down. I don't know if I even really want to cinch them down that much more, but I'd like the option. Some of these things, the toe cap looks a little smaller than some of the more the newer skates. Not too worried, but I could see myself scuffing that up a bunch. And some of the pieces that are glued, I don't know if you can see them, but a little sloppy on the gluing. There's like little pieces that got stuck to the glue, dust and pieces of foam. So it's just a little, for the amount you're paying for these things, there's some details here that you'd like to see a little more cleaned up. But I don't think they affect the functionality of the skate itself. I think it's actually, most people have said on these skates, are super durable. And they skate beautifully, and they're really comfortable. So that's my review, my first review of these. I'm going to skate these more during to work and stuff, and eventually I'll get a action cam and a selfie stick so I can actually have some footage of me skating these. But I think these are a great first higher end skate into introduction into free skating. Really just a crossover between aggressive and recreational skates, and really enjoying the three wheel. I'm looking forward to skating with a bunch of people and being able to keep up with them and getting better and faster as I go. So that's my review. I'm J5. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you found something useful in this video.